So I'm standing there at Target, thinking over my deck, thinking, man, my deck's got no boss monsters. Nothing sweet to slam on the board and say, wow, that makes it all different. I'm not going to quest anymore. I don't have any of those. But thankfully, I was in Target with a little special on these bad boys. That's right. The Fabled gift sets with 4 Fabled booster packs. And more importantly, this fancy schmancy glowing, well, not glowing, but very glittery giant Tinkerbell promo. And why is it important that it was a sale? Because we got 2, baby. 25 bucks each. That's the $50 limit for the week. We're going to get 2 Tinkerbells and 8 Fable packs. Guys, I'm so hyped. You know why I'm so hyped? We don't have to open Whispers this week. Let me tell you, I got a little bit of the taste of opening not Whispers in the well. And first of all, Whispers is a great set. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, a man needs a little variety. You know. We need to change the cereal in our bowl of milk every now and then. Quote me on that one. So here we are. We're here right here with our gonna be 8 Fable packs and our 2 giant Tinkerbells. Now I was actually thinking about this. I don't know if we're gonna continue on like this big ramp kind of style deck that we're gonna be going for, or if like I feel like we have ways of going in different directions for the deck. I was actually looking at some other options earlier, but for now we're gonna open these. I'm very excited. I've never actually opened one of these before in my life. I've never seen a Tinkerbell that looks like this before, ever. So let's go ahead and open up one of these bad boys here for the camera. Oh my gosh, there's glue on this one too, man. Oh my gosh. Everything's hot glued in Lorcana. Alright, we got our binder here. Wait, where's the packs? Where are they? Wait, are they in the binder? I was gonna throw it for a bit, but maybe I won't. Oh, okay. Just gonna say, like, where are my packies? Okay. Crisis averted. We got our binder. Fancy. I've never seen this little binder. It's a cute little binder here. Oh, look at this. You can start your little collection and all that. That's pretty cute. Don't need it. I'm not gonna need the binder. But we want these. Look at this. Oh, buddy. This is what we're all about. What's this? A little pamphlet on how to play the game. Nope. Alright. So we got our 4 booster packs and our 1 Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. This card looks pretty sweet. But more importantly, on the card, this card is great. It's been a homestead in Steel decks since the dawn of the game, especially in Blue Steel. The card's a little slow now, I think, for the course of the game. A little better post-rotation. But it's hard to play being 6 cost, and there's no real great shift target for the most part. However, blue decks love to ramp. We do have Cinderella, technically. We could play this. We have 1 Sail, 1 Cinderella. We could have an absolutely busted opener. 1 every 17,000 games. But nonetheless, I'm going to open the other box here. See you 1 second. Alright, we're going to have the binder in the shot, because I think that sounds fun. But for the most part, I'm very excited to open Fabled. For one, these 2 gift sets do give us 2 great boss monsters in our deck that we're absolutely going to be putting into the deck right away for our kind of mid-rangey control deck that we're trying to build. But more importantly, I'm just excited to open Fabled. Fabled's a great set. It's 90% reprints, but there's a lot of great reprint cards that I would like to have in the pool of cards that we have access to. Fire the Cannons is a big one. If there's like a world where like green with like shift targets becomes really popular again locally. Smash is like a fine card to have in our deck. Develop Your Brain's good consistency. More importantly, some of the legendaries. Hades. Hades is the big legendary that if we can snag copies of, I'd be super excited. There's the 5-drop Jasmine in here. There's more Giant Tinkerbells in the set. If we get it out of Apex, we get a place, that'd be incredible. But nonetheless, let's go ahead, jump into the opening. I've left you waiting long enough. 8 packs, 50 bucks, and 2 Giant Tinkerbells. Well, it's pretty good. You cannot complain at all by that. And we got cute little binders here. Cute little binders. Alright, starting us off, we got a PJ Pete, Atlantica, Megara, Abenja? Okay. I don't know if we need item removal, but like a weird world where we need like a 2-quester and item removal, it's like a fine card. I'm gonna put it in the whatever pile here. I'm Stuck, Mufasa, Aurora, Pirate's Life, Last Ditch Effort. First rare is a Beast, Gracious Prince, followed by Captain Hook, Captain of the Jolly Roger. We have no Fire the Cannon Sword name, and even if we get one, we're not playing this. I don't think that's going to be the case whatsoever. And a foil, Julieta Madrigal. Alright, that pack was pretty stinky off the bat, won't even lie. No, nothing good there. Nothing good. I guess the bench was again. That's fine. We got plenty of options here. We got plenty of time. Starting off, we got a Max Goof. We got Stitch, Pegasus, Beast Mirror. We are not gonna play. Timothy Q Mouse is a pretty cool new card in the set. We do have an Ana. I'm gonna put this up here for maybes because this is like something that we might be able to play here potentially. Donald Duck. We have another Judy Hopps, but this one is not a detective, which is such a travesty that it's not a detective, so it doesn't work in our deck. Queen of Hearts. First rare is the Queen, Wicked and Vain, followed by a super rare Giant Tinkerbell. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to start off this week. We get this box event that we're going to, and they're gonna be shocked when I show up with 3 Giant Tinkerbells in my deck. And the Queen. Whatever. But that's a sick rip right there. That's Tinkerbell number 3, baby. We just need one more. Man, that'd be so dope. Not a bad start at all. And that means we don't have to get a third one, or a fourth one, I should say. Of these. Moana, Pluto. Hey, there we go. Our first Fire the Cannons. Happy to throw it in the pool of cards. Verona, Belle, Coconut Basket, Card Soldiers, Olaf, Li Shang, a 5-cost 5/5 that goes for 2. I don't know if we need that. Heart of Tefiti, and a Pluto, Determined Defender, and a foil Tinkerbell, most helpful. So I think there's going to be weeks where we want to play cards like Fire the Cannons, and weeks that we won't want to. But I think it's important for the Sealed Only series that we have these options, because Lorcana is a game where you kind of sometimes have to prep week by week. And if you just run the same deck list every week, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel stagnated a little bit, right? So having options is interesting. This is our last pack of the first one. Not terrible at all. The Tinkerbell's great. PJ Pete, Atlanta. I've seen this before. Ariel, okay. Improvise. TikTok, an utter monster in the purple mirrors. Aurora. We got an Ursula Deceiver. Belle, Inventive Engineer. When this character quits, may pay 1 less for the next item you play this turn. We got no items that we're really looking to play here, so that's not going to happen. We got a Nani. First rare is an Under the Sea. If we were playing the green deck, we'd be really stoked to see this, but as of right now, it's not something that we're really looking to play here. Ooh, we got a Legendary, everybody. Oh my goodness, if this is Hades, I'm gonna scream. But man, there could be some filth here too. Let's see. Oh, ooh, that's interesting. So this is, I didn't mention it earlier in our little like wish list from Fabled. This was a card I was kind of interested in, specifically because there is a naturally high amount of allies that we would like to play in our deck already in the detective side of things. Like the Nick Wildshift, the Clawhauser, Giant Tinkerbell is an ally. This is a really, really sweet card. And I think this absolutely has to make its way into the deck. A really sweet draw engine. That is super sweet. That's, wow. All right, well, I cannot complain whatsoever. Oh, and a foil Elsa. Look at this. Hot dang. Well, it doesn't help us in our challenge, but that's a beautiful card. Personally, I pull a million Elsas out of Fabled, so the fact that I pulled this sweet foil one is not too surprising. But you know what? I am not going to complain. All right, so far, we have 5 cards that we're excited to put into our pool. I'm hoping for a few more, but I cannot complain by the Scar in the third Tinkerbell. So starting off with binder number 2. Let's see if it can top binder number 1. It'll be impressive to see if it can top binder number 1. Oh jeez, I messed this up. Oh god. There we go. That is a sick rip though. We've been very fortunate with legendaries for this series, let me tell you. You Can Fly. We got a Mulan, Free Spirit, Tinkerbell, a Tiana. Cruella de Vil, not a bad card. Being able to hit opposing evasive characters during turn is not a bad thing to have. I'll put it in the pile for now. Another I'm Stuck. Mother Knows Best. World's Greatest Criminal Minds. Be King Undisputed. First rare is a White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. Oh my gosh, another legendary. Dude, this is sick. Come on, if this is Hades. Dumbo? That card's kind of good, but we don't even need it. Man, I can't even trade it. That's so tough. I mean, like, it's great. Don't get me wrong. But, Dumbo. Amazing card. Maybe we pivot to Purple Steel. Is that weird to say? Is that like an option? No. Maybe. Sealed Only Blurple, Purple Steel, I don't know. It's kind of sick though. I'm gonna put it here just because that card's really dope. That's a good start to the binder. Wow. Alright. I don't even need another Dumbo personally. I have so many. Not to brag. We got Mulan, Rapunzel, Aladdin, Tinkerbell, Mufasa, Timothy Q Mouse. We got 2 for our Dumbo. Oh, the other Dumbo. We have Standouts. We have the Queen. First super rare is a Pongo. Determined Father. Is this another legendary? It's another super rare. We got a Genie. Okay. And a signed contract foil. Okay. So far, we are not getting a ton of blue cards. I was at least hoping for like another Fire the Cannons out of this, or maybe another Tink. Is that wrong to ask? And maybe it's a lot to ask after getting a Dumbo already in our third Tink. Raya, Atlantica, Enchantress. We got another Benja. All right, so we'll put it up here next to the other one. We got a Hans, Noble Scoundrel, an Elsa Gloves Off, Tinkerbell Generous Fairy, not the one we're looking for, Be King Undisputed, Mother Knows Best. Dude, I've gotten multiple copies of these uncommon cards. It's crazy. First rare is a Robin Hood. Okay, this is a great card too. If our hand is smaller, we get to draw a card when we play it, and it does tackle evasives. Not a bad card at all. We'll see if I have room in the deck, honestly. This might be a card that I might just not have the room for, ironically. But I'm not upset to pull it. And we got a super rare Stitch Rockstar. Well, that card's super sick. And a foil Hey Fumbling Rooster. Alright. Oh man, our 8th pack. I was hoping for a bit more. A bit more on the common and uncommon slot. Let me reiterate that. That sounds ungrateful. But we have lots of room here. So we got a Raya. We got a Mulan. Donald Duck. Sick. Our second Fire the Cannons. That's super big. 2 is usually like a really nice number. I don't know if we'll need 3. Happy to have 2. Great number. Great card. Jasmine. Alright. Well, no Develop Your Brains. That's fine. A third Timothy Q Mouse, dude. What in the world? That's pretty sick. Uncommon. Julieta Madrigal. Card Soldiers. Another Li Shang. First pair's Mama Odie. Whenever you play a song, put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. We don't have enough songs to really leverage this. Kind of cool. Not gonna be the case. Our second rare is a Jafar, Keeper of Secrets. And our foil is a Maui Whale. Maui Whale to finish off the Fabled opening. Alright, well. That's not quite what I expected to see, to be completely honest. But cards we're happy to see. I didn't even get another Smash. I was at least hoping to pull 1 Smash. I pulled all the other color removal, like 3 Mother Knows Best and 2 or 3 B Kings. Absolutely wild, but these cards I'm pretty happy to see. Even this Ana is like there's like a weird world where I'm not upset to play this card. We got 3 giant Tinkerbells. That's really good for the deck. We have the Scar, another way to draw cards and boost our effects. This is pretty good. This is definitely pretty good. We got some interesting things we can look at to the deck for this week. We have the box event coming up here. I'll meet you in a second here after we go through what we're going to be playing for the box event. All right, I'll catch you in a second. Also, I wanted to bring up really quickly, if you noticed in my videos, the cards close-ups, the stands that I have, my brother actually makes these little sweet top holder stands, and he does sell these, so I did want to give him a shout out for these sweet card holder stands. I use them all the time, not just for videos, but to hold up some of my own personal collection of cool cards that I own. They come in all the really, they come in all the ink colors that are available, Sapphire, Emerald, personal favorite, Ruby, Amethyst. These ones look absolutely amazing. And of course, the Sapphire, the Steel, and the Amber one here as well. They all look really great. They all work really well. So please go ahead, if you're interested, go check out my brother's shop in the link below. Thank you. And we're back. I'm going to be doing a little deck profile this time around. It's been a few episodes since we've done that, and I think the deck has changed drastically enough over the course since last time to warrant a full-on showcase of the whole deck again. Of where we're at, I did some tinkering, kind of went back and forth on a couple ideas. I think right now this is where we want to be with the deck. I think this is the strongest kind of package we can make the deck currently, and I'm really excited by it. And here to kind of showcase what we got going on. We got our 4 Nick Wilds here, 4 Black Heron, and 4 Daisy Duck Ghostfinder. This is our current early game package of sorts, you could say. Nick Wild is pretty much our best 1-drop that we have. He can fight as a 2/2, not amazingly, but he is, against some aggro decks, he's warranted, and he can shift on 3 into the big Nick Wild, which can start letting us draw cards and swing a really big board advantage that way, which is really important. 4 Black Heron, one of the best skill 2-drops you can play right now, and then for the Daisy Duck, this is still just like, I'd say, the best 2-drop. Right now in our deck, we want a 2-drop that can still kind of fight or help trade in some capacity. And the support on Daisy Duck is pretty relevant, and it's even more relevant now with one of the 5-drops we have in the deck, which is, of course, the Scar, being able to boost, support one of our allies to more strength to draw more cards. So I think she's really important to have in the deck currently, and I don't think I want to go below 12 1 and 2 drops right now in the deck. That might change, of course, but I think right now that's what we want to be at. Now on for the 3-drops. Just to the side here. We got 4 Francine. We're down to 3 Mickey Mouse Detective, 2 Lexington, and our 1 of Alice that we have. So right off the bat, we're down from 4 Mickey to 3. Now I liked 4 for a while, and I think that was like something that we just had to do because we lacked a lot of card draw. Now we're starting to get more card draw into the deck. And the lines that we have available currently to us, we still want to be ramping on 3 to get to our better 5-drops. But over time, I think we want to move away from ramping on 3 to try to be, the standard ramp on 2 blue deck. And it's not like Tipo or Sail where they're both inkable, right? And if you find another, you can at least ink it. If I find 2 Mickey Mouse, I feel really awful, right? Because it sits in the hand, it rots. The first one is great, the second is terrible, the third's even worse, right? And the fourth could just be disastrous. And so I felt pretty comfortable going down from 4 to 3 Mickey, kind of like what a lot of Mickey decks did back in the day. 4 Francine, still one of our better early 3-drops to contest aggro and other decks on the draw, and is an ally and a detective for some of the packages that we have in our deck currently. Lexington's still a great card against genies, and then the Alice here is a card I'm interested in trying. I'm not sure if it's going to stick. It's another one of those weird uninkable cards that may or may not help the deck in some capacity, but I think at 3, it's a pretty safe card to play. It's not super high costed. It does have the really nice benefit of having ward on herself to potentially close out games. And we do run a good number of bodyguards now to potentially have this, like, I almost call it like a Kiwi package in the deck, like this weird, like, I'm going to play Alice, follow up with the bodyguard, protect the bodyguard, give it ward, or just help some of our guys just close out the game. So we're going to try it out. I think it's a pretty sweet card to be bringing to the winner box. Coming up here. Next up, our 4-drops. We got our 3 Judy Hops. We're down to 3 Donald Duck, 1 Pluto, 1 Fairy Godmother. So starting off with the obvious. Judy Hops, we only own 3, so we can only play 3. We would love to play a 4th. Gonna get that sometime. Down from 4 to 3 Donald Duck. Donald Duck's kind of a weird card. It's really great statted. Being a 5/4 for 4 is excellent, and it can help boost our other detectives like Mickey Mouse or Nick Wild or whatnot. But I did find I was getting like a lot of them, and he is still a vanilla character most of the time if you don't have a way to like boost him, or like if you don't have a detective to boost, or like there's nothing to really swing into. So I felt pretty comfortable dropping him from 4 to 3. And then we have the Pluto that we also pulled along with our Alice, which I find really entertaining. So we have that. We do have a really crazy line into like blue decks where we can go like 1 to Alice, quest, make our Pluto ward, and have this like kind of almost like this aggressive opener. Otherwise, we still have this nice bodyguard that also helps trigger the Scar at the 5-drop. And I'm still keeping the Fairy Godmother. I was actually like pretty impressed with this card, more than I thought it would be, considering how how I originally read it. But last episode, she was really good, honestly, and I kind of want to keep trying the card. And we're still a little light on the removal pieces that we want to be running in our deck. So I think she makes up a decent spot to at least have some sort of removal card that we can play. And being a 3/5, she's not the worst body to just slam down and start like chipping away at the board, even if we don't use her effect at all. So that's our 4-drops. Going on to our 5s, we got 4 Scuttle. I might play 5 if I could. 3 Nick Wild, 2 Broadway, and then our 1 of Scar here. So starting off with the obvious, 3 Nick Wild, we only have 3, so we'll play 3. Great card as always. Our 2 Broadways are bodyguards that we always like to have. And then our 4 Scuttle's been with us since the very beginning. These are just well-statted bodies that, for the most part, we are pretty happy to just play on 4 after we jump with Mickey. But the Scar is a new one. Scar is the one that we got today, and I think this card is so great for the deck because a lot of the cards that we're running are allies. In fact, all 9 of these cards up here, they are all allies with a good amount of strength to them, which is super, super important. There are going to be turns where like we're going to swing this Nick Wild into something, banish something, draw a card, and we may it's going to get banished anyway, so we might as well just banish ourselves and draw 6 cards and discard 2 with our Scar. Super, super impactful. I think one of the best pulls we had in the series so far, even better than the Cinderella, because this card standalone makes the rest of our deck a lot better. So this is what we have for the 5-drops. Super, super excited about the 5s, 5 slot right now. And then for 6-drops, we are on 3 Judy Hops, 3 Clawhauser, and of course the piece de resistance, the 3 Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. Start off with these ones, of course. We only have 3 Judy Hops, so we're only going to play 3. But the card is great. Makes it easier for our detectives to clear evasives. Trade easier. Great strength. Quest for 2. Good card. Clawhauser, huge guy. He's an ally for Scar. He challenges pretty much everything in the game and lives. He can kill Demona and live. Quest for 2, detective. It fits with the theme of the deck a lot. And and these are the new additions. The 3 Tinkerbell Giant Fairy. How lucky am I to pull a 3rd Tinkerbell out of those 2 binders? Really, really nice. One of the best cards ever printed in Lorcana. A great way to stall the board, clean the board up against other things, and just as a good threat, right? More pseudo removal in the deck that we have. Very happy to have it. Not much more to say on the Giant Tinks. And then we have one more card, and it's a card that we got at the end of last episode, along with the Pluto and Alice, are 1 of Prince Charming. So I will say, I think it was really interesting how last set we pulled like this absolutely thematic set of openings. In the beginning we got Cinderella, in the middle we got Fairy Godmother and her wand, and at the end we got Prince Charming. What more can you say? We're playing all of them in the deck, except for the wand. That card's poo-poo butters. We're playing them all though. This card kind of goes with the Kiwi Salad kind of play where like it's a big bodyguard, and if they don't have an answer for it, we could just run away with the game entirely with it. It's inkable. It's a good threat to have on the field. I see no reason not to want to play this card at this point, so we're happy just to play the 1 of that we have, throw it in our deck, see if they can answer. If they're not, well, we probably just win the game from there. That's all of our characters. Moving on to the removal that we have. We are playing both Fire the Cannons here. The 2 strengths that we have, the 2 sudden scares, and 1 of the He Hurled His Thunderbolt. Pretty diverse little removal set that we have here. We still only have 1 Thunderbolt, so of course we're only going to play that. We only have 2 strengths, so we're going to play that. We do have more than 2 sudden scare, but I think right now where the metagame is trending, we're kind of getting away from blue decks and getting more into the purple metagame. which might be dangerous for this deck for what it's worth, but we're going to see what ways we can adjust. And one of those ways is to play Fire the Cannons, specifically to target banished characters like Iago or Giant Cobra, especially Iago, who is just a menace and can run away with the game if they just have any way to keep it on the field. This is the removal that we have. This removal that we're happy to be playing, I'd say. And this is, I think, getting nicer and nicer for where the deck is trying to go. And in our last 3 cards here, we have the one Sail the Azurite Sea, the one pitiful Sail that we have. There's no reason not to run it. If we see it, we can keep it in our mulligan, try to play the Judy Hops on 3, which is great. If we don't see it, it's fine. It does still draw a card later in the game. It's inkable. It's one of the best cards in Lorcana, and even if they just have one, there's no shot I'm not playing. There's no shot I'm not playing it, right? And then we're finishing off with still our 2 Ink Runners. This card got even better in our deck because we pulled the 2. We have the 3 Giant Tinkerbells, so now we have alert that we can give to our allies, our detectives, with our big Judy Hops, our Lexington. And now this can just make our Giant Tinkerbell swing into anything we want, and it becomes a huge hassle, I think, for our purple opponents. I think it's really important for the kind of upcoming evasive metagame I think we're going to see. And it still draws the card, so this is what we're bringing to the Winnabox coming up here. I think the deck is pretty solid. Obviously, it's missing a lot of pieces still. We would love 4 strength, all these other things, but in terms of like where the deck was at the start and just 4 weeks into it, where we're at, I think is absolutely amazing. The fact that we now have 3 Tinkerbells in it is absolutely crazy. We have the Scar. We have so many different things we can play towards that I'm at least excited by, right? So we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck at the box event, and we'll see you in round 1. All right, take care.
It's a cold one today. A perfect backdrop for our first bigger event that we're going to be doing for this series here. This is tabletop tournaments in Crystal. We are going to be playing in their once a month box event. It's called a box event. It's not quite a box event. Basically, it's a similar 3 rounds of locals, but if you go 3-0, you end up with half a box of your choice, usually the most recent set. It's a really great deal. It's a really fun way to try to get out and get to some better competition with some good prizing here. This is going to be probably the toughest room that we've played in our deck so far. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a good day. I'm going to have all 3 rounds filmed, hopefully, for viewing pleasure, to kind of see where we've been starting week 4 here. The deck has made some pretty big strides already. I've been very fortunate with some pulls here, and I like some of the packages that we're working with here tonight. Let's see how well they do. All right.
And we are here with round 1. So to preface, I did record all 3 rounds. Round 3, I did win and played against Dog's deck, but I'm not going to show it because of timing on the video. We are playing against a sweet purple steel sorcerer's build that my friend Micah has been piloting that we paired into a round 1 with. We got the one of Sail here. The one of Sail is sweet. So this list full of one ofs, or this game is full of one ofs. We got our one of Sail, which we hit into our one of Alice, and then our cannons to hit his 3/2 Jafar. He plays the Magic of the Spell that shovels a card back into the deck. So the whole concept of Micah's deck is that he's playing a like the sorcerer package to try to enable the fixing the half ground, restoring the half ground. I forget the name of the card, but it's a 5-cost draw 2 amethyst card that for each sorcerer you have, you subtract the cost from it. So he's playing a ton of sorcerers for that. We are going, I do notice the glare here, I do fix it a little bit. We are basically going a Kiwi style of play here, that we are going for with our Alice into our Broadway, and then we have our Nick Wild that we played out. So we have this really nice combo of our Warded Bodyguard. He Zeus's, our Thunderbolts, our Nick Wild, of course, and then he trades into the Magicka here, brings it back. He has the Horn King, the shift one, so he discarded a Fire the Cannons to bring back the Magicka and shuffles another card into his deck. Our Alice and Broadway are just really clearing the game here. I really, really like the Alice in the deck, but for what it's worth, I've always been a fan of that card, so there might be some recency bias. We slam down our giant Tinkerbell that we get, one of our boss monsters, of course, that we got for this week. And the Tinkerbell feels very impactful. Goes in, trades in to the Broadway to finally take care of it after it's gained so much lore, so much lore. He plays Bell, I think a little preemptively, as he moves 1 damage over to Tinkerbell. He does mention that this was a misplay earlier, that he should have swung first into the Alice. He wasn't 100% sure if he wanted to do it, but he does go ahead and does that. So now our Tinkerbell can clear this Horn King, unfortunately for him. We're living in kind of like a weird spot here. So we clear here, and I opt not to put 2 damage onto the Bell. Mainly because I really don't want him moving the 2 if he has another Bell to our Tinkerbell. So I just opt to just not do the effect. And we keep our Alice upright. I really want the Alice to stay ready. The ability to give ward to other people has been really nice. I almost kind of wonder if the Fergus McDuck common card that we have a few of in our collection might be worth running if we ever decide to go like more lower to the ground. But we give our extra lore to our Judy Hops. We find another Mickey, play out another Judy Hops that looks like, and we just continue piling really nice pressure in the game here. He makes some trades, but right now we are absolutely in the driver's seat in this game, allowing us to get so much lore and card advantage from our Judy Hops, the lore from our Alice. This was a really nice showcase of that. Sometimes just having this one of your deck can be like really substantial, because I remember I opened with it. I opened with the Alice and the Sail and Fire the Cannon, so I knew that this was a line I could take, and we ended up mulling into a Broadway. So we take game 1 pretty efficiently there. Next up is game 2. He goes up and starts with a Rafiki, and we go ahead, Inca Heron, play our Fire the Cannons. The Fire Cannons has been really great already. Really happy that we were able to pick up 2 of those. That was one of the cards I was really aiming for to have, because it's always like a really nice flexible. No, I shouldn't say flexible. It's a nice card to have in lists, especially budget lists, because it allows you to take out certain threats really early on, especially with the growing rise of illusions. We do get the Sail again, but we ink it this time to play Francine. I believe we have a Strength in our hands that we're trying to leverage, and he goes ahead. I think this is a third, the Horned King 2-drop that he plays. I remember he has like several of them. Go ahead, do our Mickey effect. He goes ahead, Magicas the Rafiki back into his deck. There we go, and he gets the effect, and then he uses the Crown card for 1, draw 2, and then he bolts my Francine. Really nice turn here. I think Micah was in a really strong spot. Unfortunately, I had the Giant Tinkerbell here to hit the 1 and then strength his Bighorn King. So now I am once again in a very strong position on the board. The Tinkerbell is doing exactly everything it needs to be doing. Freezing the board, making them play awkwardly, like playing this Elsa and then swinging 2 guys into it just to get rid of it. We play the Judy Hops here, which gives all our detectives alert to clear this Elsa. Our deck has a lot of natural counters to a lot of the effects here, like this Ursula Vanessa, or not Ursula Vanessa, Ursula Whisper Vanessa, I guess the correct term. We sudden scare it, and we just start questing away here. Now that he's pretty much playing off the top, he just goes ahead and passes. I believe he drew like a Strength or something here. We get the Scar out. Now we're just kind of in a really strong spot. Our bodies are better. We get another Tinkerbell. We just keep questing here. And I think this game probably is going to be locked for him. We do blow up the Tinkerbell here to draw a couple, because our hand was looking kind of meek. And we figured we didn't need the Tinkerbell here, and the extra cards in our hand just kind of made the game a lot stronger for us. It gets a Horseman Bodyguard out. Trades into the Judy with that. The Fire Cannons. We continue to just keep on pressure. We get the Prince Charming out, baby. Prince Charming. And that should clear the game. Really sweet deck that Micah has. I think it's really awesome. Here's the Demona, who is also a sorcerer. There's a lot of incidental sorcerers. It's just the way my cards lined up just worked really well against him. But anyway, we take round 1. Great games as always, Micah. Now we're here for game 2. This is a pretty intense game. This is against Brandon, and he is on Flurple, his signature. As we go ahead and get our 1-drop Nick Wild out as he goes for the Royal Guard. Ouch. Now, I don't remember exactly what my turn 2 is here, but I remember my turn. I remember I kept a pretty interesting hand here where I kept a 1-drop. Yes, that's right. I kept the Nick Wild. I kept this Daisy Duck, Mickey, and then Scar. So I actually kept the Scar in my opening hand on the play here, which I think was totally reasonable. So now we can go ahead. We can now ink and play the Mickey to jump. I can quest for 1 into the Basil pretty efficiently, and then we can actually play the Scar the following turn. And then we're going to have a pretty strong lineup here. He goes for the Madam Elephant. Pretty strong card here. We ink and play out the Scar here. Now, the Scar is actually like at a good spot here because it doesn't do good enough, or the Elephant doesn't do enough to kill it on its own. And he goes for a Genie in case he had the Elsa. Thankfully, he didn't have the Elsa. He goes for the Genie, inks and plays the Basil. Then we draw here. And now we're kind of in a spot that... once again, the Fire the Cannons is going to come really useful because we can ink here, we can cannons the Basil, and then we're going to play Broadway, and we're going to give him a boost with the Daisy Duck with support, and then we're going to banish him to draw 7 and discard 2. Which, let me tell you, this was a really great play because now if he wants to kill this Scar that you can't see because of the sweet glare that I'm at here, he has to swing both Elephant and Genie into it if he does not have Bell. So he plays another Genie. I think he's in like a really awkward spot, and he recognizes this because he ends up leaving the Scar, which is great for me. We already have like a nice little chunk of cards in our hand. Yeah, and he just opts. I think he does here. Yeah, he's thinking hard on this play. It's a really tricky play to make here. He does kill the Daisy, which makes a lot of sense. And he's going to go ahead and put 2 damage on the Mickey, which I think is a fine play if you feel like you're starting to go behind on lore here. I will say this game does go on for quite a while. I end up making a ton of trades over the course of the game. And I end up trying to kind of force myself to play the control deck here. All right. We're going to go ahead. We're going to play Judy, grab a Nick Wild, which is perfect because we're going to need an ink. And we're going to play Francine, another ally here. We're going to strength that Genie. We're going to clear the Elephant with our Scar. And at the end of the turn, we're going to pop the Francine for 5. And then discard 2. Getting rid of some of these Mickey Mouses we don't need anymore. And now our hand is very full and has pretty much got most of our bomb cards in it now at this point. Hades, one of these cards. I don't remember what that card was. It's not here nor there. And he leaves the Scar upright again here. But I'm pretty sure I don't use the Scar's effect anymore. I think at this point we're just going to we're going to cannons. Nice. Cannons, quest for 2. Now, if I had my own Hades in the deck, that'd be perfect here. But we don't have that. We're gonna tempt the Prince Charming, and of course it just gets Hades right away, and then his Hades finally clears. It had been sweet, but it didn't work out. We have a full grip of cards, but of course we opt to find the Judy Hops because we really want the 6-drop, which we do find. Because the 6-drop is very, very strong in this matchup. We get our Ink Runner as another way to help tackle all these evasive cards. He's going to magical maneuvers the Genie back, clear the Judy with the Hades, and pass back to me. We're going to end up getting a lot of ink this game. As we go Clawhauser, Francine, and pass. Clawhauser is great into the Hades, unless it's on the opposing side of another Hades like this. Because he does clear the Hades one shot. He does opt us to pass. So this is Hades. Is this number 3? I think number 3. So we're starting to run low on Hades, and we still have tons of gas in hand thanks to the 2 Scar triggers. We just go play another Clawhauser. At this point, I'm starting to pick up on an interesting thing in my opponent's deck. He does second star here to draw 5. Something I picked up on a little bit in this game, but I really noticed it in games 2 and 3. He does not have Bell, Accomplished Mystic, in his deck. He has all Cheshire Cats. He goes ahead, he inks and plays a Cheshire Cat. And he plays a Basil. Basil. Pass turn here. We're going to go for the Judy Hops. And we got a Scuttle. So we clear a Hades here. And then we get the Francine, clear the other Hades. We go ahead and pass. The Judy Hops being great. Makes it difficult for his evasives to stick to the board. He already used several Hades already. And the Resist 2 makes it so that our Francine and our Clawhauser don't have a lot of damage for his Cheshire Cat to really transfer over. Just ended up being a really strong card. He inks another Cheshire Cat. He's going to Sing Into the Unknown on the Clawhauser, and he's going to Into the Unknown again on the Francine. So we have an obscene amount of ink here, and now I'm starting to try to keep all the Scuttles in my hand as long as I can, because those cards are very difficult for Blurple to deal with, especially with an Ink Runner. To clear the evasive threats, he can't Hades it, he can't Cheshire Cat it, he can't Elsa it. We're going to play the Nick Wild, draw a card from Swinging with Judy, and then we're going to swing. We Ink Runnered the Scuttle to swing into the Dumbo here. And we play another Scuttle. So now we're still playing some board control, but now we're like really just trying to get to the point where he just runs out of resources. He Hades the Judy, and I have to just put it underneath my deck. I have another one, so I think I have another 2 actually, so I just feel pretty good just to do that. And he goes ahead, and I think at this point he has no cards left in hand. And I still have like 4 or 5. It looks like 3 actually. Goes ahead and passes. That is a Judy Hops and something else. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, it's another Nick Wild, so we actually draw 2 cards. And then we quest for 2 with Scuttle. We Ink Pluto, and then we play Alice. And I think this is where we can pretty much close out the game. We have too many ward threats. I bottom deck the Judy again because he's just top decking. I just feel very confident with my board that as long as he doesn't draw a bunch, I think I had this game pretty locked. And I think at this point, send a quest, boost here. I draw for turn. Let me just go ahead and trade, draw another card, play a Clawhauser, play a Lexington, and another card in quest, and he just goes ahead and scoops him here. We're up a game, feeling really good, confident that the rest of this will go as smoothly as that game. Let me tell you, I'm sure everything will go great right after this.
Record the pack, just actually flip the camera around and record your face instead of his
Guys, look, there's 3 enchanters, I promise.
Flip it around. Yes, I'm recording.
That's right. Alright, Demona, Cricky, Ghostly Tail. I really want Pluto. Not this again, dude. 4th Ink Runner's fine. Blessed. Little John and a foil Elsa. Alright.
Okay.
Come on, let's get this juice. Come on, buddy. One bolt, please. 1 bolt. Whooping Strike, Mickey, Tink, Raja, Vladimir, the Duck, Time to Go, Pluto, Ka, Grimorum Arcanerum, Ingenious Device, Robot Queen.
Dude, that's the card!
That's the card right there.
That's not a
day. So tough. We're back in the car. We finished the day. 2-1 again. Never better, never worse. I guess I can't complain. We were 1 game away though. Well, kind of 1 game away from getting the half a box. That'd been really sweet. We ended the day with 2 prize packs. I opened them. You just saw pretty much nothing. Nothing worth really talking about. The 4th Ink Runner, 4th Cricky, and then some more of the Ingenious Devices, which let me tell you, I don't think I'm playing that card. We didn't even get a Strength. Unfortunately, we got a patch for our promo, which is not going in the deck. But what to say about the deck today? I don't know. The deck felt pretty good. It feels very Purple Steely still. The games against Blurple, the scar popped off so much. That is definitely, I could feel the effects of having that scar in our deck a lot. It was awesome against Blurple when I got to trigger the effect twice. Pretty much just won the game from there. And then we kind of just died to Hades 2-for-1ing us with not much draw to follow up. Games 2 and 3. I made a misplay game 2 where I exerted a Nick Wild when I really should not have done it, but I don't think it mattered a whole bunch in the end. Game 3 on the play, missed a 1-drop. We had strength. We had a 2-drop, and then we rolled into 3 more 2-drops and another strength, and not much more to speak of after that. So sometimes that's the way the cards fall. But all in all, it was a fun night. Pretty happy with the deck still. I don't know what to do for next. I think I have an idea of what to do. The Tinkerbells were great. The Scar was great. I just kind of feel like I'm missing more ways to either 2-for-1 or gain advantage. So I think it's going to be potentially going in and trying to get more draw, and not just like draw like Scar. I'm thinking like maybe Docks. It's trying to go for Docks potentially to play more like the purple steel type of game plan, but and of course try to get more removal. Like finish up our play set of strengths is really key. Another bolt, dude, so close. We're not getting the bolt. We're getting the ingenious devices, which we're not playing those. I'm pretty sure we're not going to play those. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. Again, this is a great day. Hopefully next time we can clear the 2-1 curse, which it's not a curse. 2-1 is great. 2-1 is a good record. But hopefully we can break it and get 3-0 next time, all right? Catch you all later. Have a good night.